They said Khabib wanted $5 million to do the grappling match.
Oh, wow.
He said, baby, we did it.
I'm Irish. We're fighting in Boston. They have a massive Irish contingent.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. First, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Khabib's pricing prevents GSP Grappling Showdown. You know, there is a buzz that Khabib Nurmagomedov has dream of having his 30th and final career fight against Georges St-Pierre. I mean, wouldn't that have been something? Back in the days of October 2020, Khabib quit with a flawless 29-0 record after submitting Justin Gaethje with a second-round triangle at UFC 254. However, we all kind of expected him to retire soon, especially to hit that magical 30-0 mark. But when he dropped the bomb in the octagon, it genuinely shocked the whole MMA world. And you know what? The Eagle listened to his mom for getting retired. Recently, Khabib has been doing his thing in the promotional and coaching scenes in MMA, but he hasn't hinted at making a full-fledged comeback to fighting. Remember Georges St-Pierre? Yeah, he's making a comeback for a grappling match in December 2023 as part of the UFC Fight Pass Invitational. And guess whose name instantly popped up? Yes, you understand that, right? It is Khabib.
I was with the Fight Pass guys and they were trying to ask me for opponents for GSP for ideas, and I had no idea who would be. I was just like, they asked me in the moment, I was like, I don't know. But I remember, obviously I said Khabib. I think they said Khabib wanted $5 million to do the grappling match.
Oh, wow.
I was like, whoa. Obviously that's priced himself out there. Hey,
Yeah.
those guys will be cool to see.
Yeah.
I'd love to train with those guys, feel what it's like, you know?
However, Georges hasn't fought for UFC 217 back in November 2017. Now let's see what will happen between these two champions shortly. Anticipation grows for UFC 296 as O'Malley and McGregor plan big. Earlier in the time, Sean O'Malley and Conor McGregor had a real chat between them. And guess what? They're up for a fight on the same UFC card. Can you believe it? After his recent win, Sean's on cloud 9 after snagging the UFC bantamweight title at UFC 292. That is why he's cooking up some pretty big plans with the big name. After the post-fight show, he spilled some beans over the deal. I don't know which one's reality and which one's a dream right now. This feels like a dream. I feel like I'm in a movie.
Connor messaged me on Instagram for the first time yesterday. He said, baby, we did it. And I said, we sure fucking did. I said, you main eventing in December. I'm co-main eventing. He said, all he replied was, shot Kala.
During his whole talk, it has to be seen that O'Malley is excited about the matchup. His body language tells us all. No doubt it is a golden ticket to a big fat payday for him. And let's be real, Conor McGregor tweeted, and then swiftly deleted an audio file over the weekend, kind of dropping hints about their fight. They're not going to let me fight in December, ladies and gentlemen, Conor McGregor admitted. Did you see Chris Weidman? Imagine what that injury was. I feel like I've been kept from my livelihood, and I've been feeling this for years. On, off, and all of a sudden these things pop up and it's like, what? I'm not going to air grievances. I'm ready, yeah? I'm ready. I wanted the announcement on December 16th. I've given everything. It's not going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. So there you have it, my fight friend. Undoubtedly, it is a roller coaster of hopes and maybes for the fans in the world of UFC. Ian Machado Garry faces pre-UFC 292 pub trouble. It is quite interesting how Ian Machado Garry stole the show with his iconic performance at UFC 292. Man, he brought his A-game against Neil Magny. I mean, he left no stone unturned except for the finishing touch, maybe. It is a real statement, right? Speaking of statements, this young Irishman isn't one to hold back. Brash and bold, he knows how to grab some attention, that's for sure.
I believe that I am carrying this 292 card on my back.
Wow.
And that if it wasn't for me, this card would go down the drain. I'm Irish. We're fighting in Boston. They have a massive Irish contingent.
I'm the superstar on the card. It happened in the last fight. It's happening in this fight, and the wheels are in motion. I just have to show up and do my thing, and the world will see. Recently, he held his pre-fight workout on a Friday night, but guess where? At a pub in Boston. Can you believe the audacity? Surely he knows how to keep things interesting and unexpected. That's some next-level promotion right there, don't you think? The scene was pretty surreal as a horde of crazed Irish fans invaded the local pub to see Garry hit mitts and deliver some last-minute chatter on the microphone, wrote Dan Hirgessel.
The policeman on shift came up to us beforehand. He said to my team when they were checking the bar out, he said, if he steps foot outside on the streets and hits pads, I'm going to arrest him and put him in jail overnight because of a riot law.
If you take a look at what went down, Garry was playing by the rules. Now, it is unbelievable that Twitter is buzzing with his little stunt, and let me tell you, they were all over the map. Some people were cheering him on, but honestly, the overall vibe was kind of mixed. It seems like McGregor left a big footprint in the promotional game. So, keep your eye on this rising star as he's making waves. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, we'd love your support. Just hit that subscribe button to motivate us to bring you more exciting content. Dillon Danis versus KSI boxing match update. Nowadays, fight fans have been on the edge of their seats waiting for Dillon Danis to step into the ring for his first pro fight since 2019. Here, Danis was all set to throw down against KSI in a boxing match scheduled for January 14th. And guess where? None other than Wembley Stadium in London. Unfortunately, the plot thickens. Mams Taylor, the guy managing KSI, spilled the beans. Taylor dove into the nitty-gritty, explaining that the drama involved a weight issue. Danis wasn't quite ready for prime time, and there was a whole dispute over this rehydration rule. And you know what's even wilder? Taylor's been trying to reach out to Danis, but it's like he's in a social media blackout or something.
The real reason is, from what they said to me, is that he's underprepared. He has no coach. He might be struggling with weight, even though there's no rehydration. He has not been able to find a team that's going to support him, to put him, to bring him into the fight. And obviously he's got some other issues, I think.
He further added,
but I'm disappointed because I never thought that he would put, for someone who cares about his reputation as much as he does, or what people think of him, I didn't think that this would be something, despite many people saying the opposite, that, look, he's not going to show up to the fight, and they were right.
As you know, the whole drama doesn't stop there. Meanwhile, professional boxer Tommy Fury and KSI had a heated confrontation in the ring in May. Despite KSI's taunts, the fight was later confirmed, alongside Logan Paul's comeback against Danis, whereas Paul lost to KSI in 2019 and faced Mayweather in an exhibition in 2021. Petr Yan seeks Trilogy versus Aljamain Sterling after UFC 292. In the last, Petr Yan is observing an ongoing showdown for round 3 with Aljamain Sterling. As you know, they've got some interesting history together. If we talk about UFC 259 in March 2021, these guys first squared off. Petr Yan was defending his bantamweight title for the very first time. And you know what? He was knocking Sterling around, outstriking him and everything. But then, well, things took a crazy turn. In the 4th round, Yan pulled off this knee move that ended up hitting Sterling's head while he was down. Result? Disqualification. And poof, it's gone. Fast forward to UFC 273 in April 2022, and they decided to give it another shot. Since that rematch, Yan's been pretty vocal about wanting a trilogy. That is why Yan responded to Sterling's tweet about their rematch. Deal. Now, Yan's got his eye on running it back with Aljamain Sterling, which is pretty interesting given their history. But my fight fellows, the big question mark hangs over whether the UFC's feeling the same way about this rematch idea. In the context of Yan's recent record, things have been a bit rocky. He's lost 3 in a row. First, a split decision loss to Sterling in their rematch, then a split decision loss again, but this time against Sean O'Malley. And most recently, he faced a decision loss at the hands of Merab Dvalishvili. But dude, let's not forget, he's got that interim bantamweight title win under his belt from UFC 267, where he outpointed Corey Sandhagen. So it is not wrong to say there are mixed feelings about wins and losses in this fight game. Don't know why, but no one can understand that maybe this tweet from Yan will spark something interesting in the UFC's plans. Let's discover what lies ahead. All right, guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one. Until then, goodbye.